Everybody, this is Adam Baum with Adam Baum Breaks, and it's time for a set review. Basketball, and the set is called Three. It's kind of a high-end set. It feels like Topps is trying to produce their entire lineup that they're going to do when they take over next year. So let's see what this set has to offer, and is it any better than what we've already seen? Let's go. Like I mentioned, we're at 2023-24 Topps 3 basketball. We'll go through the formats. How much did they produce? How rare are the base cards? Hit odds per format, auto odds, cost per hit. And then across major chase cards, we'll look at the different odds there. Wimby. So, hobby box, 3 packs per box, 1 card per pack. Kind of interesting. Individual cards. 5 box cases, and you're getting 2 autos. So you're getting 1 other card. In the set, you have 100 base cards, base parallels, bronze, gold, red, and platinum. So there are base cards. Weird thing is there's no rookies in the base set. Just the Jason Tatums. And that card is... Nah. No, it has a no. Anyways, the design is not my favorite. We'll say that. There's also inserts. There's 5 insert sets, all base: Ice Water, Monsters of the Deep, Architects, Knockout, and Triple Double. There's Monsters of the Deep and Ice Water. These are decent. They did turn them to the side. I just don't. I'm not real. Again, the design isn't my favorite. We'll just say that. Parallels here are blue, gold, red, and platinum. 4 of the sets have Wemby. Triple double does not have a Wemby. I guess it's because he didn't have a triple double. Not sure there. 4 auto sets. You have the raindrop autos. This is rookie vets, retired vets, and Hall of Famers. 40 in that one. Serendipitous signatures and remarkable 35 and 24 there. Again, not much difference besides Remarkable has rookies and Serendipitous signatures does not. Full court signatures, these is kind of like the base signature, it looks like. Rookies, vets, retired, and Hall of Famers, bronze, gold, red, and platinum. There are the parallels for those. And that's for all of them. All of them have those parallels. Then you have some relic auto sets. Rookie 3 patches. So these are kind of, it feels like these are kind of base as well. Where you get the 3 patches, which are going to be player worn. They're not going to be game worn rookies, so just be okay with it. At least it's not associated with any game or event type thing. So you have horizontal and you have vertical, and we have both here. You have parallels, bronze, blue, gold, red, and superfractor. These are estimates. What it feels like is it's going to be like the 20 or less. So some of them are going to have less, some are going to have more than others. Relic Auto Prime, there's 42 in that set. Bronze, blue, gold, red, and superfractor. Triple Relic Autos, 39 in that set. Rookie Relic Auto Prime, 27 in that set. And they have the same parallels. Bronze, blue, gold, red, and superfractor, and the numbers are the same. So there's a lot in a triple relic auto set. I thought that was interesting, but I guess these two are right. The horizontal and the vertical are triple relic autos too. So kind of makes sense. It kind of feels like that's their thing. Triple 3. Yeah, I got it too. All right, Topps.com odds. Wasn't a whole lot. I want to say maybe 2 pages. But anyways, we take all those numbers, crunch them all together, and we figure out the production. Production on this is 44,000 packs. Divide that by 3 gives you 14,000, almost 15,000 boxes, almost 3,000 cases. So if I had to guess, true production was 15,000 boxes and 3,000 cases. Comparing it across the other releases in Topps, now I kind of do like this Architects. It looks a little cool. I really just don't like the Topps 3 symbol. I just don't care for it. The Architects and the Jaime Jaquez, I like it, even though he seems to have flopped this year. Got hurt. I can't remember which. Needless to say, he is not producing like he did last year, so the hobby is not in love with him. Um, Midnight Finest Chrome Cosmic Finest Breakers. So like all that was much more produced than this. This seems like a much more premium set, is what they're posing it as. Even though it doesn't look like chrome cards. I'll be interested to see if these actually are chrome. They look more like paper stock, foil, that type thing. Now let's look at the total production, base cards, autos, that type thing. So we did all these calculations. What did they show? Total cards produced 44,000. You thought that there was 44,000 plus packs. Means there was 7,000 plus base cards and about 4,000 inserts. Total autos, of course, there's more. You're getting 2 per box versus 1 base card or 1 insert. 35,000 there, 12,000 of those are going to be base, 17,000 are going to be insert autos. And insert autos are fairly nice. So the 12,000 are that full court, just the base version of that, which still might be numbered. You really can't ever tell because they don't put the numbering out like they used to with these odds. So the hit odds per pack, 1 hit. So typically you're going to get a number card or a auto, and then you're going to 3 per box. That's what you expect. The point one is a little interesting. Is there a 10% chance really that you're going to get a 4th hit or 4th pack? I don't know if they'll do that or if they'll put 2 cards in 1 pack. Insert auto odds exactly, and auto odds are exactly what you figured. 2 for the autos, and then 1 of those typically is going to be an insert auto. So you're going to get 1 of the full court, and then maybe like the raindrops here of Cam Whitmore. Maybe, hopefully for you, a better player than that, because it's going to be hard to return on your investment with that. This is kind of more of the same. It also talks about the relic auto odds. So this is interesting. Relic auto odds is a 97% chance. Yeah, it seems like there's some overlap here in what they're calling base and what's not considered base. I think I consider these base cards as well, the horizontal and the vertical. So makes it a lot easier to get those. So it seems like those are the ones, truthfully. The full court is definitely going to be considered a base auto, and then these would be as 2 as well. All right, what you really care about. You're trying to rip into a break, and what are your chances if you get a player or the San Antonio Spurs on getting an auto of Wemby? In 1 hobby box, it's about a 4.5% chance, 4.27. In a case, because there's 5 boxes, it's about a 20% chance. Rough. That makes it pretty difficult. When you look at Curry and you look at LeBron, of course, much less. Curry's in 2 sets, and you can see the total number of autos they have produced here. And LeBron only has 88 in the entire set. 3% chance in a case, so very tough pulls. But if you look across all of them, 3 has the best chance per box. Just above Midnight. I kind of liked Midnight a little better because the prices were a little better and cases had more boxes. So I don't know what your favorite is here. Finest, of course, was the cheapest, but also was very, very stingy with even numbered cards. So, all right, cost. This is the part that gets me. Rolling around $600, $550 to $600 is what you see them on the internet, sometimes more. Release day is going to jump. After release day, it's going to drop. Just makes the cost per hit really prohibitive, and it doesn't feel like you're going to be able to make it back unless you hit a big Wemby or a Curry or a LeBron. And as we mentioned, if you add up all those together and you're opening, say, a personal case, you have about a 30% chance of getting one of those guys. And that's just one of their autos. A base auto would not pay for a case. You'd have to get something with numbers on it. What does all this mean? Another new unlicensed release, which is tough in basketball right now because they just design and not having the players in unis. It's just Hard, hard, hard. This is a higher end product, which is difficult with the value in the checklist besides winning me and LeBron. There's just no value. So it's going to be hard. I'm sure this will be really popular for a week, maybe two, in the basketball community. I wouldn't touch it if I was in there. I would save my money until the next release that is licensed by Topps, so next year. And if you really want one of those cards, buy it in 2 months as a single because they are going to drop. Realize all this is based on how correct or incorrect the odds are and the value that we've seen so far in these. If this suddenly comes out and everybody thinks it's the most valuable thing ever, then of course some of this analysis would be wrong. But to me, they're too expensive, has decent potential, but too low of a floor. Save your money again. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Sometimes I think it should be closer to a 4, but it doesn't really matter. You get the point. So thank you so much if you watched this. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. And comment what you would like to see in the future, thoughts on this one. And as always, I do appreciate any support you can give us. That thumbs up button really does help get us a little more exposure and gets us going more as a channel. So it allows us to rip more boxes and bigger boxes and stuff like that. So we try to put back everything we receive from YouTube back into YouTube. So if you would like to get in a group break, we do group breaks as well on Facebook. Or Facebook. Facebook will tell you when it's happening. When the break is posted, we do it through Whatnot on Adam_bomb_breaks. Link in the description. Those are on Wednesday and Saturday, and the breaks are actually, the teams are posted the day before typically. So thank you guys, and as always, be kind, be nice to those around you, and peace out.